Haven't done one of these in like, what, 6 months? And that's pretty much like when the last major Zelda 2 randomizer, like, official, like, tournament was actually happening. Yeah, I know they alternate, like, between their major tournaments every, like, 6 months. They alternate between, like, max rando and standard, and now we're on, like, standard again, so this is essentially... Game is randomized, not to the same degree as it is, like, with max rando. And you need to, yeah, place 6 gems into the 6 palaces, defeat Thunderbird. Thunderbird's going to be guaranteed to have to be fought, and then beat the game. But I have the randomizer here because a lot has changed since I was just not really playing this for like the past 6 months. The randomizer got updated to like version 5. So if I hover over these, it's going to... Okay, I don't think you can actually see the tooltips, but I can. If there's anything worth reading out, I will. I'm probably mainly just going to quickly look at what's new since the version 5 of the randomizer dropped. So yeah, it's typical with like at least these Swiss rounds, just to determine where you get placed in brackets. For standard, they had the candle on, and then once brackets are actually finalized, they just turn this back off. So what is new? What is different, perhaps, from old Zelda 2 randomizer flag sets? What is different? Generate three-eyed rock. There's a question mark here, so this means that this could either be enabled or disabled at random when the seed is generated. As opposed to, let's just say if I have this off, there won't be a three-eyed rock which hides a palace underneath, and if I have this on like so, it's a guarantee. Question mark means it's going to be either one or the other, at random. And there's a random flag rate. This is also new. I haven't seen this before either. 4 flags set to an indeterminate value. So that being the question mark. Those will be on or off at random at the frequency specified by this flag, so... This would thus mean that... Is this correct to say that Three-Eyed Rock and Hidden Kasuto, so one of the towns being under a forest... Would this be correct to say that this is going to be 75% of the time, or 3 out of 4 seeds? There will be a Three-Eyed Rock, and I will have a town hidden under a forest tile? See the wiki for a description of what each biome does. This all still looks about to be the same as it was in previous flag sets for at least standard tournament events. No Bagu's Woods. Bagu's cabin is going to be in an isolated forest house surrounded on all sides by other terrain in that case. River Devil blocks what? Blocks path. This is how it always worked, I believe. This is also a new feature. River Devil can now block a cave or even a town, apparently. And it's just set to random, so it's going to be one of these 3 possible cases every time we generate a seed. Controls what the River Devil in the east blocks. There's blocks path. River Devil blocks a road/bridge. This is basically the only thing he did in previous versions. And now there's blocks cave and blocks town that are new. If blocks cave is selected, River Devil blocks a cave, either connection or an item cave somewhere in the east. That cave may or may not be required. Which is basically as if he were like a boulder, but you need to get rid of him with a flute instead of the hammer. Blocks town. River Devils have besieged a town and you'll need the flute to get past them. Remember to use the flute again on the way out, otherwise you're stuck on the tile or something. So, like, if I use the flute on the River Devil and then just the town appears on top of him or something. If we get blocks town, is that what would happen? Palaces. Normal palace style, random walk. Yeah, before 5.0, I believe there was only vanilla. There was vanilla shuffled and reconstructed for options we could take for palace styles. I'm just going to click this. Okay, it's going to open up. I'm going to click Wiki Palace Styles, and it's going to open up a page on GitHub. Specifically, yeah, Elendar's been doing like a lion's share of the work working on this randomizer as of late. I remember, yeah, DigShake originally created it. I think these days Elendar's like the main leading dev for the randomizer nowadays. So what is Random Walk? This palace is built from the selected room pool on a coordinate grid. You can only loop back to a previous room by taking a series of exits that actually do form a complete loop. For example, going right, then down, then left, then up from a room can bring you back to the same room. So any rooms that just have like a self-contained infinite loop that just loop back to themselves is never going to happen anymore. First, a random layout of connected room shapes is generated. Then rooms that have exit types that fit each shape are placed into it. Duplicate rooms may show up in this palace style. This happens when the generated layout ends up having more rooms of a shape than are available in the room pool. Unlike sequential, this avoids a bias in the shape of the palace, but introduces a bias in which rooms are selected. Rooms that are among the few rooms of their shape are going to appear a lot more often than rooms of common shapes. I'm not probably going to be able to really tell the difference between sequential and random walk unless, I don't know, I've played a bunch of both styles. That also applies to Great Palace. Minimum 8 rooms to get the Dark Link. Item rooms per palace. Random includes 0. Lets you select the number of item rooms per palace. 0, 1, 2, or random. So this is new. And I have to just not forget that now there could be up to 2 item rooms in a single palace. And this flag set, and if this also stays random includes 0 during brackets, I think it's going to. I'm guessing it's going to. I haven't checked brackets yet, but I can already guess it will. And then I'm gonna have to just, yeah, not forget that now there's 2 potential item rooms. Whereas, like, I've been playing Z2R for, like, how many years now? I think I started in, like, 2017, maybe, and there's always only been, like, 1 item room per palace. Now there could be 2 or there could be none. What if there aren't any? What if I go looking around for an item room that doesn't exist? Zero item rooms per palace. Palace items move to minor item locations. So minor item locations that would typically only ever have stuff like just random keys, red or blue jars, point bags. So if we get 0 in the item rooms per palace, then maybe one of those minor item locations could just suddenly... Yeah, then that could just suddenly have like an item you need to actually beat the game. Random item rooms per palace, clouds in the entrance screen, and iron knuckle statues by the entrance elevator indicate how many items there are in the palace. So count the number of clouds or count the number of statues, so it won't actually be a surprise. Thunderbird required should be on. Yeah, when I was looking at the flag set for the Swiss rounds for like the current Zelda II randomizer tournament that's going on right now, this was on. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that's really new here that's worth noting. Okay, I believe I was playing like a beta version of 4.4 or something of the Z2R, where there's actually the feature to include the spells in the item shuffle. Which in this case, this is on, so that means now allows the 8 wizards in each of the respective towns who grant spells to instead possibly grant any item, and adds all 8 spells to the pool of items that can appear in the item locations. And if sort techniques were also included in the shuffle, then the same would apply to those. Yeah, the guy in Mito who normally gives you downstab can say, like, he could just give you the glove, for example. Include town quest items in shuffle also. So if this is included, which it is, adds Bagu's letter. So you have to find Bagu, and then he might just give you, I don't know, a pair of boots instead of the letter to cross the river in town of Saria. The mirror, which gives the spell in Saria. So that mirror could be anything else now. And the water from the water fountain in the Buru, which could also be anything else. Because these are now added to the general pool as well. An additional item from the general pool will replace them when you talk to Bagu, check under the table, or check the fountain. Shuffle small items. I believe that's always been there. This is new, but it doesn't seem to be enabled. Allow duplicates of important items. So if this was enabled, it would make one extra copy of each important item that would typically be needed to beat the game. What is duplicated in order, and if they are in the pool, is glove, downstab, fairy, thunder, reflect, magic key, hammer, raft, flute, jump, upstab, and boots. Except there's only going to be one of each, as there's always been. Reveal walk-through walls. Okay, so Palace 5, that false walls room is not going to be a false wall room anymore. It's been like 11 minutes and I haven't even, like, started playing the Zelda II randomizer seed yet. About Rakugaki, you made it to the last 2 rooms 3 times. Which level? I'm guessing, like, the Tower of Giants or something. I don't know exactly when all these got added, but yes, we also have, like, new character sprites as well. Oh, there's now an official Alucard sprite. There's now an official Alucard sprite if you want to pick that, if you want to play as that in Z2R going forward. There's like a tall version of like with the one of the enemies in the palace that's been there. I don't know how long that's been there. There's like a short enough version of Barba that's now a playable character. I don't know why we have Cheese Link here. The main character from Crystalis. The Daira. We have even Ganondorf. I wonder if the Garfield sprite actually works this time. Gooma and Gooma. That's not gonna get confusing. Helmet Head. No, wait, we have Horsehead as a playable character if you want to pick Horsehead. Iron Knuckle 2023. King Harkinian. Yeah, the king from... I was gonna say Faces of Evil, but no, also from Wand of Gamelon. The King Harkinian. Link from Zelda 1. Oh, we have Mario. Marth from Fire Emblem, I believe. They could literally just call him Ryu Ninja Gaiden. Like, he actually has a name that's not Ninja Gaiden, by the way. Peach, whoever the Prince of Hyrule is. The main character from Punch-Out. These pyramids, whatever these are. Oh, we can play as the River Man. The River Devil. Saber? Samus has been here for a while, I believe. Shantae, I haven't seen Shantae yet. Sonic. Oh, I thought that said Spider-Man for a second. No, that's the Spearman. Yeah, this is the one that teaches you the upstab and Darunia. Stalfos and Stalfos 2022. Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Trogdor. Burninating the countryside. Burninating the peasants. Burninating the peoples in their thatch roof cottages. Oh yes, the Vase Lady's been here for a while too. Who's the White Air Knight? I think this is from Final Fantasy 1 also, the White Mage. I recognize the White Mage. Yoshi, Zelda, and then it can just be completely random. Change item sprites. I'm just going to leave this off. Tunic color. This is the color that the shield spell will replace, as it's always been. So the tunic color can be... You can't really see it, unfortunately, but we have like a much larger selection of colors we can now pick from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like... I can pick from like 55 colors now for the tunic color. or anything else, really. Yeah, we have all these colors. Some of them I probably never even knew existed. Is this like literally every color that you can possibly have in an NES game? I think it is. I think this is like the entire like Nintendo Entertainment System like color palette you had. Jazzberry Jam. And also, yeah, you can even change the skin tone. This is also like I've never been able to change the skin tone before. That's a pretty nice shade of blue. I think I'm gonna go with that. Maybe this. Okay, this is like his default tunic color. I've been going with like which shade of blue for how long now? Yeah, we can also change the skin tone of the character as well. So, pink, purple. And then I was like, holy shit, I can literally play as Black Error if I wanted to. We can make Error black. Wait, Super Mario 74 Extreme Edition, right? You're starting with that one? You're starting with that? I guess we're finally gonna generate a seed and start actually playing it. I don't know how long Black Error is gonna stick around for. That was like, okay, if we can do this, then maybe at least once or twice. I don't know, we gotta see, like, we gotta try this. Generation complete, and then that's the hash, so I'll see VCUD64 when I open up my ROM file. Okay, so yep, there it is. I'm gonna now... Actually, I'll just minimize the randomizer. Maybe if I need to generate another seed or something, in case maybe this one ends up bugged somehow. Yeah, since version 5 of the randomizer is relatively recent still, we may encounter bugs, and it's always just going to be, like, possibly updating even as the tournament is progressing. I think I want to quickly check to see if I have, like, up plus A or something like that enabled on the second controller, quote-unquote. I'm going to quickly look at input. Where do I view the keybinds? Okay, I found it here. Pad 2 is, like... Okay, it's completely unassigned. I just want to make sure that, like, when I press, like, up plus A at the same time, it's gonna just, yeah, basically, like, take me back to the title screen or whatnot. Will not take me back to the title screen. It's just gonna put me on, like, the continue/end screen. Yeah, because if I'm, like, really deep into a palace and I don't want to backtrack, I want to be able to just use up plus A, so I'm just making sure that's still set up. Making sure we still got that. So, 2 items possibly in the item rooms. Spell items and shuffle. There's gonna be a lot to remember here. There's gonna be a lot of new stuff to remember, and a lot of old stuff, too. Yeah, definitely not blocking both of these at once. Wait, were we supposed to start with 5 lives? I mean, I can always just make sure I have the exact same flag set as I'm supposed to. I can always just make sure I have the correct flag set before actually just doing, like, an actual race. I can always just check again in case maybe this is not the right one. And even if it isn't, like, exactly the right flag set we're set to use in our Swiss rounds for the tournament, like, it doesn't matter. Another item cave, okay then. I'll take my attack level here. I guess I'll just die again. I really thought I was gonna have only 3 lives to start. That's pretty much how it, like, had always been. For at least, like, when it's a standard tournament. I think I'm just gonna take the hit, run past them, and then just grab the item at this point. A blob! Oh, it's the spell. Yeah, I can still do up plus A, go back to the continue/end screen. Yeah, I can just immediately warp back to the start. At the expense of losing all the experience that I currently have that I haven't just put into a level yet. Knowledge is not mine. I like wasting your time. Okay, so those are basically just the I know nothing NPCs. What timeline is this? Even the walking NPCs that aren't gonna give you hints have... They just have random texts of string that don't help you. So yeah, we have the hints on, so we can just read the sign and that tells us what item is in this town that we just visited. I am just a kid. Okay, yeah, we already got the boots, which we're gonna need to cross this body of water here. Another item room, I believe. Yeah, it is. I know the red Daira tends to hit like a truck, especially if you're on low life levels, so we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna run away from him. And then I don't know what I'll do on the way back, just yet. The fairy spell. Just found randomly in a cave somewhere. I guess try and pin him up against the wall. Never mind. Doesn't help the fact that I have an enemy behind me, still. And I'll have it in front of me. Better off touching him than actually getting hit by his axe, I believe. Probably gonna want to quickly stop by that grass tile. I'm gonna check the town first, and then I guess also the grass tile. Mirror Town. Let's see if I can maybe get to Magic 3, and then with that it drops the cost of Fairy to something that actually makes it castable. And then from there I just go grab my downstab. I mean, that extra key, that might come up. $150 experience if I can kill him. It's K, and its Fairy still costs 66. 500 bag. Wow, interesting. I guess we're gonna actually go for Magic 4. That gets me, like, more than 50% of the way there. So I'm gonna go for it. Maybe that can reduce the cost of Fairy to something that's actually castable, hopefully. Anything 64 or under is what I'm hoping for. Even if it goes down the cost on that by 2, we're still good. We're still good. Yeah, because I did kind of respawn all the enemies in this cave by entering and exiting a town. If I could just defeat them all again. I mean, especially that red Dyra, because he's giving so much experience for this early on in the game. For it being this early, 150 is a lot of experience to just get, especially if it takes only like 4 hits to kill the guy. Not even that hard for me to consistently kill it either. Let's see now what it's costing. 48, okay. I'll take another life level while I'm at it. And then I'll go grab my downstab. That's gonna make combat a lot easier. This is about as useful as I am. Poor guy. Same thing as the other guy was saying. Horsehead neighs with the medicine. So we need to get the medicine to... We need to get the medicine from Horsehead to get the mirror. Which would then unlock whatever spells in Saria, or item even. And then I just realized, okay, it's not necessarily going to be a spell. Might be an item, might be a spell. If it can be like any item, it could be something worthless in there. 3 clouds? So does that mean like 3 item rooms or something? Also, I think this is Palace 5. I like how there's just a random road tile at the other end of that cave, so that if you do exit without the boots, you're not stuck or anything. Well, you're sort of stuck, you would be allowed to walk back into the cave. But yeah, we'd be forced to turn around. If it wasn't for that, you would literally have to just do up and A just to get out of it, if there was like no road tile to step on, just to go back in the cave. I don't know how that didn't kill me just now. And yes, I'm gonna totally have to have Fairy be castable to go up this. Oh, speaking of Saria. P-Bag Town. Did you check the old Kasuto hint? Is there actually a hint there, or is he just lying? So this is either Palace 3 or 6. Oh my. Double blue iron knuckle right out of the starting gate. That's a nice boatload of experience there just by killing them both. Considering I'm gonna die next time I take a hit anyways. Yeah, exactly. I'm probably gonna want to pick up this extra life. Also, yeah, new room I haven't seen before. We can even just choose to go fall down in the hole. And use the fairy spell to be thus able to skip the locked door in another way. A fairy that you need the fairy spell to actually go pick up. I'm gonna totally need fairy again, by the way, just to... because I don't have the glove. So I can't just break the blocks, but there are openings a fairy can fit through that otherwise I can't normally fit through. Thunder spell. I'll take a life level here. Can we just hide under these ledges and not actually have fire dropped on us? Perfect. Another locked door. Starting to think just going in without like too many extra keys or the magic key. Starting to think this was a bad idea. Starting to regret this decision entirely. Starting to wish I hadn't just gone for it so soon. Alright, see you around then. I guess I have to just fall down again. And then to end up... Oh, wow. I think I'll just go left. See what I find going left. What do I find this way? Yeah, I want to refill my magic. I'm running into so many locked doors right now, it's not even funny. So that's gonna be another statue at the end of the room, I guess. Let's see if I can remember that. Okay, this is another dead end. I think I'm now surrounded on all sides by dead ends and glove blocks, so... We even have, like, another palace just, like, right next door. Okay, Bagu just gave me the reflect spell. I think I can just walk to the opposite side of this cave anyways. Maybe I can't actually just walk to the other opening of the cave. Maybe not. I don't think I can just walk straight. Okay, I guess I can't just walk there. This has probably got to be Palace 1. So 2 clouds. What does that mean? 2 item rooms? No, 2 iron knuckles. I think that means like 2 item rooms. 2 there, I think that means 2. Alright, I'm just getting like absolutely cooked in this room here. Should have just gone down anyways. Another one of these, I see, another one. There's a third one. There we go. So that's one of the items in this palace. I saw 2 iron knuckle statues as I was going down the elevator in the first room, like right outside, so... We're gonna see 2 item rooms, right? Are we gonna see 2? I mean, yeah, I've definitely already seen 1, that's for sure. And if I would have known it was a 50-point bag, I would have not even bothered going to get it. If I would have known that was only worth 50, I wouldn't even bother going there. This is gonna be a nuisance, isn't it? The only spells that could help me? Fairy and... yeah. And then I'm defenseless against this guy, more or less. Let me just get rid of this guy. Yeah, clearly he seems to be the biggest threat in play, so let me just knock him out. Him by himself, he should be easy. Yeah, easy. Yep, so that was 2 item rooms. Pea bag and then medicine in the other. Anyways. I guess I'm kind of glad I had like 5 lives to start with at this point. I'm gonna get my next level up soon, at least. If I want to just take the next thing that's coming, that is. Anyways. I guess we can just keep on moving, right? Just keep moving. Okay, Okay, I got the horse head. Yeah. Super easy, boss. Pretty much at any stage in the game. Yeah, if you know how the fight goes, yeah, super easy. Even, like, pretty much like at any stage of the run. I gotta just do this in all 5 of the other palaces, too. Does this lead to more palace or the exit? Okay, that just takes us to the exit. Anything down here? It's a dead end. So I can't just walk on the overworld to the other end of this cave. I gotta go through the cave itself. Getting another magic container or 2 would be really nice. That way I just stop frequently you're like running out of magic. The extra keys definitely also help too. I'll take another 150, sure. Death Mountain. Alright, I already found the Eliminator. Within like 5 seconds of actually seeing Death Mountain. I was kind of dying a lot earlier. Even with the down stab, so... Sure. I know this is gonna be a dead end, but... Is there gonna be, like, anything good on the other end here? Or is it just gonna be, like, the same, like, minor item as it always has been? As in, just like a red jar that you don't need to go grab. Is that still always, ever, only going to be a red jar, no matter what? Is it still gonna be, like, the same red jar for all eternity? In that dead end there. I can just go through this cave to get to this bridge. But even then, I want to see what else I might have left behind. Did I leave anything else behind on the west or no? I'm gonna see if there's anything else, like, crucial that I might have missed. I'll take another 150, sure. There we go. One more of these, and then I can cast Fairy, like, twice before running out of magic. I don't have the raft yet, right? I clearly never picked it up. I'll just go through this cave. I should just pop out on the opposite side and then cross that bridge, and then let's see where that takes us. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna end up in front of the boulder for another 100 experience and nothing else to show for it, apparently. And then in here we have probably the east. Yeah, we have the east, alright. Oh, Thunder's castable too if I need it. Alright, just really close to another level up, apparently. And then I just realized I'm on my last life. 50. Interesting. So if that invisible Moa does respawn, I'll actually be able to see it now. I'll be able to see this thing now. If it does respawn, I can see it. Did not respawn though, but anyways. I'm gonna see if there's like a safer encounter I can take just to get my next level up. Okay, there actually needs to be some enemies, otherwise I'm not gonna level up anything. Yeah, I'm looking for a safer encounter, by the way. Looking for something safe. I wouldn't call a blue Goria, like, safe exactly. It's just gonna be my magic level that's gonna go up, apparently. Probably would have taken life over magic at this point. Or if there's a fairy, I would like to pick that up, too. Or find a town or anything just to keep me alive, or even a palace and just up an A there. Or we could just go in the cave and be like, what's the worst that can happen? I have the candle, downstab, even the cross. What's the worst that can happen? And a thunder spell. Okay, same spider again. The shield spell. I was like, wait, they don't have a shield in Zelda 2. And then, okay, I was like, okay, they have the spell, though. It must be the spell. Maybe I can survive a hit or two from one of the weaker enemies if shield is up. I don't even know if I can do damage to this guy. I'm not gonna actually, I'm not gonna stick around to find out. Heart Container Town. And if I want to grab Upstab, there's that too. Naburu has the raft. Oh yeah, there was a lady who's just gonna full heal you. We can just totally do that. Talk to her. I might as well just get the upstab. Nowhere near as exciting as the downstab, but I'm gonna probably spend like 20-30 seconds in here max getting it. I am not a Vire in disguise. Okay, that's good to know. Please save our town. She is, though. Maze Island has the child, which unlocks the heart container. Okay, this one's not gonna attack me. Got another town over here, apparently. Let me check this one out. Old Kasuto. P-bag. I'm just gonna get an experience dump here. I can't believe it's P-bag. I'm just gonna get like free 500 experience. And whatever these guys drop on the way in and out. Forest tile under a forest tile. I mean, at least I guess I get the full heal. I think I'd just rather go some other way at that point. Alright, now I believe we're just going in circles. There's gonna be a palace in here, I believe, guaranteed. Okay, also one outside. And a three-eyed rock. I'm actually gonna go and investigate this one here. Gonna up an A first just so I have all my lives back, and then I guess we'll investigate. Oh, this time we're starting by going up. Okay, I see Palace 3 windows. And even the item room. The flute. I saw one statue outside as I was going up the elevator to get into the actual palace. So I think this means, yeah, we found the one item that's in here. So we'll defeat Rebenak, I guess, also, and then we'll just leave. Oh, this isn't the actual water tile, is it? Desert tile. Oh, the jump spell. We already got the boots. I was like, we already had the boots, though. I got so confused. That's the icon for the jump spell. How do I get here, though? I'm going in circles, apparently. How do I reach... Probably that cave I just went past earlier. If I had to guess, it's probably this cave. Oh, come on. Okay, actually I can forget about the cave. Palace 4, I believe we're looking at here. $500 bag, I'll take it. One statue, so one item, right? Wherever it could be in here. Might be smart to use the shield spell here. These guys can hit pretty hard still. Even though I'm on life 6. I already found the boss, apparently. I'm so glad they changed the Karok fight. I mean, at first I was like, okay, how do I do this? I'm so glad they changed it. He also never teleports on top of you anymore, so like, there's pretty much like no luck factor in this. It's basically only skill now. Unless maybe you get like 2 like projectiles that are like right on top of each other at different heights that are impossible to like deflect both. Feels a lot more skill, especially since it's not just like duck in the corner anymore. Apparently I'm gonna go back and look for the item. If we can just jump up here, I guess that's what we'll just do instead. Just save us some time. And magic, too. It's just gonna be annoying to traverse without the jump spell. It's doable, but it's just kind of annoying, so let's just jump spell here. Okay, how many rooms do you suppose we're actually gonna get? How many forks on the road are we about to get here? I think I might actually literally be going in a circle here. Like we actually literally went in the loop. Let me try this way then. I guess in case I need the extra life or something. This loops back, yeah, this loops back in a way that makes sense. What about here? I've been there too, it looks like. Yeah, even here also. And even here. What about anything this way? I've been here too, haven't I? What about down the elevator? Oh, I need magic that I don't have currently. Unless maybe this statue can hook me up. And it didn't. That one doesn't want to help me either, apparently. Are you sure there's, like, no faster way to get this thing? There's, like, really just no better way to do it. Are you sure? Should be able to get the item now, at least. It's something. It's something, I guess. I got something. Is that like supposed to be the water for Nibiru? Was that what I'm looking at? Oh yeah, I've already been here too. Was that what I was looking at? I was already in here, I'm pretty sure. Can this thing move any faster? Let's see if I still got what it takes to do this. Okay, apparently I do. I can still do fairy feet. just gonna skip that with another enemy encounter, that tile. I think I got it. Oh, just extra one up, because why not? Great Palace is over here. Not looking for Great Palace, though. I could have just literally farmed these if I would have known they were there earlier. Could have farmed those, perhaps. Oh, actually, I haven't been in here yet. I just realized I never did do Palace 5, so I'm doing that next. Nor did I do 6. 3 statues. Looks like I'm gonna find an item already. Which one, though? Okay, I'll take this. Okay, so I guess I already can't do this palace. I don't have the glove for it. I don't believe there was anything else I missed, so that has to be done later. Have to get the glove first. I'm gonna give Palace 6 another shot. I'll just go. This is where I had to go, I believe. Down here. That much I believe I remember. I did go to the right, but don't think I checked the left yet? Okay, I didn't really miss anything. Anything down here? I feel like I've been in this room already, I don't know. Anything on this right side? No, there is not. Okay, it's just straight down then. Don't know if there's anything there, but either way I know I can't even go there yet. What about just down again? Other way then. At least I can continue in this direction. I have to fall down another hole, it looks like. Something about a key? Okay, which way do I actually have to go? Can't they just do that? Well, yeah, can't we just totally do that also? I don't know where I'm going, but all I know is I've been falling down a lot of holes. That's all I know for sure. Probably shouldn't be seeing, like, any of the previous rooms that I've been seeing already. I know I shouldn't loop back to any of those old rooms. That's all I know for sure. I have to just go up, like, several rooms before I can even, like, imagine I'd start seeing the old rooms again from earlier in the palace. No, we're still going further down. So highly unlikely we're gonna see any of these, like, old rooms from, like, near the top of the palace. I was thinking this palace is gonna have to end with something. We're gonna get to Barba. Also, yellow health squares. Okay, so yeah, if the boss has extra health, that's how we actually show that the boss has extra health. Yeah, I haven't done this in ages, so... Okay, maybe not ages, it's only been like 6 months. So I'll be a little bit rusty with the jackhammering, it looks like. It's been 6 months. Whatever palace is on Maze Island and Palace 5 I still have to do. And I have to absolutely find the glove before even, like, thinking about Palace 5, from what we know already. This was the Death Mountain Cave, wasn't it? And I know for a fact Raph just takes you from west to east. So I cannot walk up here. No, I can't use the boots to get here. I believe this cave has to be able to take me up to that bridge. If I can't get to that bridge, then I have no idea what to do from here. not at the bridge, so now what? Is there another cave that can send me there? I need to get on that bridge. There's a cave that takes you from west to Death Mountain. One that takes you east. And then the raft takes you from west to east. There's only like one way to get to Maze Island. It's that bridge I see that I need to be able to reach. There's only one way on it. It's possible. Yeah, it's clearly still possible to get here. There's only one, yeah, I ruled it out already. There's only a single way to get here. Want to see how much experience that blue guy was gonna drop. Okay, there's the child, but what about the other item that I don't know what it is? What is that gonna be? Palace 2. I'm just gonna go straight into it. I already have plenty of lives. Should be fine. Never mind. I have to turn back. I have to turn back here also. Turning back again, because I have to. I don't have the glove yet. So the glove can't be in here either, clearly. Only good thing about this is, yeah, that just means the glove cannot possibly be in Palace 2. Bagu's letter, I think that is. I already found both Spectacle Rock and then Hammer Cave a while ago. Found those a while ago, actually, so... Nothing else to do here besides just go from Death Mountain back to the east. And then continue looking there for things I might have missed. I have to, again, kind of a force move. I'm just gonna not get knocked back into a pit otherwise. I love how I just literally got to ignore everything there. We already visited here. What about down in this corner? So that's what it looks like when they block a town. So now we know. Magic Container Town. Well, you'll have to use the flute on the wall. You have to use the flute to get in. And there's the glove. Perfect, and that's the glove. Now I don't have to look for the glove anymore. So those two palaces I was like locked out of, now I can do them both. I just still do want to see, regardless, what is under Spell Tower? It's not gonna help us. It's not gonna help. Oh, right, we can just go straight in and grab another magic container. All you need is magic container. And then I'll have to find my way, yeah, back to those other two palaces. I think I'll go hit up Maze Island first. It's closer by. Then you have to use the flute to get out, of course. So there's 4 of them blocking a town, that's funny. But yeah, I got especially what I needed to find all along. Okay, that's not the cave to get me back to Death Mountain. I do love how, like, little time I had to spend here. I'm still just having to pass through it frequently just to get from one continent to the next. It's linking, like, all of them. Pretty much links all of them, but that's all it's really doing this seed. just because I want the easy way out here. What room is this? Is there supposed to be like a little arrow or a little tree that we got here? Anyways, I gotta jump over it. They look like a little bunch of trees I gotta jump over. Except they're not actually like real trees, they're just... they think they're trees. Okay, this room has a magic jar. If I need a magic jar, then that room could hook me up with one. Just another thing I ideally gotta remember. I can always just go back if maybe the item is something I actually want. If it's just like a random, like, one-off pea bag, we'll try and... I think we'll just try and go without the heart container. I was definitely thinking about it a little bit more on this one. I don't know why I want to go into those lava pools. Okay, I'm actually gonna go this way. It's gonna take a while to go back up the elevators, so what if this is maybe the right way? Let's just go here. Alright, if we didn't have a key or anything, but we had the glove. I had another way I could have just gone through this room, it looks like. Do I want to go up here? Doesn't matter either way, going from right to left. Hopefully this isn't just gonna be like a long... It was like a long path that led to nothing. That's what I was starting to get afraid of. What's down the elevator? I think I went down there and ran into a dead end. The room with the little happy trees. Yeah, the one with the happy little trees. Since we're passing by this room again, it won't take like anything more than like 15-20 seconds to grab it anyway, so let's just grab it. Okay, I went right past Helmet Head and didn't know it until just now. We went right past them, apparently. Alright, now to find my way off of Maze Island and back to the west, I guess. At that point, I think I would rather just up an A. And then just walk back from the starting point to Palace 5. It's not that far off. So there's not like 3 items. I'm looking at 3 Iron Knuckle statues, so I'm confused. There's not like 3 items, right? And even if there were, I wouldn't need to go like get them all. Anyways. Okay, that was an item room that inevitably, well, at least like 90% of them just lead to dead. More than 90% of them are just dead ends. And then that's where I got stuck without the glove. And then I kind of just ran into that. I'm gonna try this way. I need the jump spell and the glove, apparently, to go this way. For what, even? Or I could fall in a hole, and then end up where? Okay, now I gotta go right. Okay, good thing I can cast Fairy. Now whereabouts might this be? Okay, I have to turn around here, clearly. Let's go to the right, then. Oh, sure. take a magic refill. Okay, the other part of the item room that I already saw. The fire spell. So we literally had, like, not just 2 item rooms, but 2 item rooms right next to one another. It's not crazy enough that I'm just saying there's 2 item rooms. They're connected to each other. A 3rd item room! And it's the any key. 3 item rooms in one palace! And they're all linked to one another. I really wish I could have gotten that glove sooner and then just... Well, only the magic key was like really that exciting to see there. Okay, and this is linked with the life spell, this fire spell. Yeah, I still gotta go find Guma somewhere. And I just found him. Alright, then we just found pretty much everything we needed to. So you can actually get 3 item rooms? I thought it was like 0, 1, or 2 was possible. So if there are 3 statues, as you go up or down the initial elevator, then there's that many items. I read there could be 0, 1, or 2 somewhere. No, I just saw 3, so that's obviously false. And I believe there was just those 3. And now I'm gonna go back to Great Palace and actually, because I can actually do that one now. Don't really need random key drops anymore, clearly. Oh, I gotta go up here. To go into this cave. Then like that. Okay, then through another screen. In the east, so that's where I gotta go back to. I tried. There we go. fine. Okay, so yeah, I made it. See how long I'm gonna spend in here. According to the flag set, they did shorten these Great Palaces by some degree. I don't need to do the whole, like, up-stab skip shebang. Yeah, plus this is a lot faster than having to go for the setup for the up-stab skip anyways. It's just, yeah, entirely possible you simply don't see a room like that blocking you entirely if you don't have up-stab. So if I didn't bother with getting it earlier, it would have been go get the up-stab or try and remember how to do the up-stab skip after not having done a seat for like 6 months now. Okay, elevator into Waffle Room? That's new. That's a dead end, okay. So I think I'm gonna fall into another pool of lava if I don't just do that. That works too. Oh, that's revealing a false wall. That's why this is a different color. Right. Oh, wow. Did not think I would just randomly wander into it so soon. Thunderbird. Now I gotta defeat Thunderbird, of course. Surely I should still remember how to do this, right? I believe I still remember how to do this, but anyways. Just because I have, like, decent stats, and I've done this, like, literally, like, hundreds of times, doesn't mean I'm guaranteed to do it now. Doesn't mean anything's guaranteed. Okay, got him. Everything from here on out should just be... Well, I guess unless I see another fork on the road, it should be the right path. Oh, so that's where the that's where the false floor is. I knew it was somewhere around there. Do I jump in the hole or do I go left? I'm just gonna jump in the hole. I believe that's just if I really want to go get that one up that badly. I think I'll be fine. Especially if a lot of the rooms look like this. In case I need that, I'll have it ready. Yay for this room again. Yay. If I would have made the jump, I probably would have been knocked in the lava pool anyways. Do I even want to go up there? Okay, now I don't know what else I really try. Did I just go in a circle, or did I go in a circle or not? Oh yeah, it turns out I did. I did go in a circle. That was the room with the 1-up. Okay, so go left. Just gonna face tank a hit there. Turn into a fairy so I can ignore knockback. Interesting. Dark Link. Almost done here. Haven't completed one of these in a while. It's been like 6 months and a whole new flag set to learn, and I still do this in under 90 minutes still. Press start to view stats. When did this feature get added? When was this added in? Deaths. Only 19. It felt like a lot more than that. Time spent in... yeah, the random ambushes. Apparently not much. Felt like it spent longer. Definitely. Great Palace. Yeah, about 8 minutes. Palace 4, because I was looking for the item that ultimately didn't even help me. 3, I was like basically in and out there. Oh, that's when I found all the items and completed all the palaces, I believe. High stab 1587. Is that like how many like high stab attacks I did? Nine resets. Ambushes. I don't know, there's just like, this is basically, there's a lot to take in here because it's basically like a rundown of the entire like past 90 minutes. This is basically everything that happened in the past 90 minutes. Yeah, glove? Of course I find the glove late. I typically find that, like, much later than I do earlier, it just feels. So I'm just looking at all of these extra locations, hoping to find this thing. Yeah, before, I don't know, it's like one of the last items left in the seat to go find. Because once I have that, I'm like, at this point I pretty much do have everything else needed to just beat the game. Yeah, and there we go. That's the new Zelda II randomizer. I'm gonna take a break for now.